Hello everyone, and welcome to your first art challenge. It's me, Miss Lacey. I'm missing all of you. This art challenge is just meant to get your creative juices going. I know we're all stuck at home during this coronavirus time, and know that I miss you, and I hope that we get to see each other again. So, this challenge, you will be making a Zoom background. So if you guys don't know what Zoom is a virtual meeting platform that we will be using so we can talk face to face. And I really want you guys to have fun with this, use things from around the house, and just show me what you got. Alright, so let's get started. For this first art challenge, you are going to create a background that people will see while you are in Zoom meetings. I want you to use this for all of your meetings with all of your teachers. You can become very fluent in it. And we're just going to dive in here. So the materials needed for this project will be paper of some sort. Technically, you don't even need to use paper. That was just kind of the basic starting point that I started with. You will need something to draw, and you will need other. And so, very, very simple. Let's go over some of the possible other things that you could use for this background base. So originally, I was thinking, okay, well, they can use poster boards, but not all of you may have poster boards. So let's talk about things you may have around the house. For instance, a composition book. I know all of you have them. I've seen them in your backpacks. You can rip out some of the pages. I think 12 max would probably be good. And you can glue them together like this to help make the base for your platform. You can also use loose leaf paper to do the same thing. You can use fabric scraps and put fabric scraps together. You can use big sheets of fabric. You can glue fake flowers or paper flowers to the background to make it more interesting. I showed a lot of you already how to make these paper roses, but if you're interested and want to learn, I have a YouTube video. It's on my channel. It's Samantha Lacey. But if you type in Miss Lacey or Mrs. Lacey's paper roses, it will come up and you can follow it there. You can also use paper scraps. If you have paper punches, you can use both the stencil and you can use the cutouts to make a background. You can make a landscape for your background. It's really just up to you. As with all of the projects that we do, there's always a requirement. This one's extremely difficult, so listen up. You have one requirement. So all you have to do is put your name on this background. The first thing that you really should do, though, is plan it out. Draw a thumbnail. So if this is your box, your design, your background, you need to remember that you're going to be somewhere in the middle, okay? So there you are. And your name needs to go either in the top left or the top right. And a really, really good thing to do would be to figure out where you're going to plan or where you're going to have all these meetings, and see how much space you actually have to work with. So now I have a bunch of tips for you guys to help make it more creative. You can take a trash bag and cut the trash bag part so it's a large sheet of plastic behind you, just like a black base. And you can pin things to the trash bag or glue things or staple things, whatever you need to do. You could also use that trash bag to make a galaxy, and all you have to do is poke holes, and then when you put it on the front of a light color wall, it will look like stars. You could take streamers from the dollar store or like an old party that you had and make stripes. That would be a great background. You can print pictures of bucket list vacation spots that maybe you want to visit. You could cut up magazines and use the letters like ransom notes for your name in the corner. You could draw a mandala or Zentangles in the background. You could use brown paper bags from the grocery store. You can pull them apart, and they make, it's craft paper basically, and they make great backgrounds, and they're really big, so all you would need is like one or two for your whole background, and you can draw on them whatever you want. You can use wrapping paper. I know I have a ton of Christmas wrapping paper. You can use the front where the design is, or you can use the back where the grid is. And you could really get creative with this too. We've used defont.com in class before, so go ahead and make sure you use that to find cool ways to write your name in the corner. I want you guys to really impress me. I want you to impress your other teachers. Use these tips and see what else you can come up with. Okay, so let's go over the steps now to make this happen. Step 1, you need to plan it out. The first thing you need to do is figure out where in your house are you going to set this up at. Are you going to sit on your bed? Are you going to sit at the dining room table? I don't care where you sit. You could sit on the floor or against the wall. It doesn't matter. But you need to figure that out first. That will let you know how much space you will need, how big your background needs to be. Once you figure these first two things out, then draw a thumbnail of what your plan is. That will just help you make sure that you have everything in the correct place. Then, number 2, gather materials. Look around your house. You guys do not need to go out and buy anything for this. You can use trash bags, you can use newspapers, you could use paper plates. I don't care. You could use paper towels. I would say you could use toilet paper, but everyone's running short on that right now, so that might not be a good idea. But have fun and figure out materials that maybe you wouldn't necessarily use. Step 3, be creative. I want you guys to have fun with this. I really just don't want to see your name in the corner and that's it. You could draw yourself like an astronaut with, the shoulders and a bulb around your head. It could be really cool. Have fun with it. And then last but not least, step 4, something I've said 1,000 times this year, do not forget to put your name in the corner. I want you guys to use these for every single Zoom meeting that you go to. I think your teachers will be really impressed, and honestly, I think your classmates will be a little jealous. Alright, so if you guys are one of my students, I'm going to set up our very first Zoom meeting to be this Friday. Please look out for your invite in your email. I will send it out through Schoology as well as a push, so you have the link in your email with directions. I miss you all. I can't wait to see you face to face on the computer. I'll do different classes at different times, and so just be on the lookout. I can't wait to see you. Be safe. Take care, stay inside, and I'll see you soon. Bye.